Hey folks, Jonathan here. Working on a pulley for a friend. Needed a piece of 4-inch aluminum, and I really only need 3.5, but we went ahead and went 4-inch. And this is actually a little bit over, I think 4.25. But what I done, we didn't have any aluminum stock big enough, so I was pouring an engine case the other day, and I went ahead and just poured an ingot into an old can, an old coffee can of some sort, and then I just cut the side of the can and, you know, took it off of it. I've already machined a little bit of it, but I just want to show you what it looked like. And pretty good piece. But what we've got to do, I went over and got some measurements. He's got a Panzer, which is an antique riding lawnmower that he had bought with the engine missing, and he had picked up an old engine and 8-horse brakes for it. And he needed a step pulley, which is what we're going to build him. And I'll show you more as I go, and I'll show you when we slide it on the lawnmower. Okay, we're not completely done, but we're partially done. I've offset inside this thing. The hole only goes, it's about 1 inch in. And I'll show you on our paper here why we done it like that. I want to tell you what, we made a lot of chips, I know that. Okay, this engine that we're putting this on is an 8-horse brakes. It's off of a generator. So beyond this point, the shaft is tapered, and then it's straight, which is 0.872, and then it steps up. And our counter bore on our back of our pulleys for the step up. But because of, you know, where we're mounting this pulley and where we need to offset, we've left this thick, and that way we'll have that extra length. We'll have to broach a keyway in this, but we're going to take it over and try it on his mower and just make sure it lines up. We may have to do some little stuff, maybe bore the counter bore a little farther in or something, but we'll figure it out as we go. All right, I'll show you when we get over. All right, folks, here's Charlie's Panzer. Anyway, got the pulley made, and you can see what I was talking about on the step.
Let's see it, like.
And it might help or hurt. Yeah, that'll be all right. But you can see what I was talking about on the step here, and it's tapered out here. We made it for this shaft. This is what we're going to key, and then we're going to key the inside of the pulley. But kick that lever over, Charlie, where it's straight.
We'll put it back on again?
No, we'll leave the belt off. Just kick the lever over. So, is it all the way back? Oh, no, back the other way. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we got her as straight as we can get it. Should run out fine.
It's dead on the money, if you ask me.
All right. Hey folks, Jonathan here. Haven't done very many videos here lately, and kind of discussed it with a few things, but it has nothing to do with any YouTube viewers, anything like that. But, been really busy towing and trying to get ready for this next rat rod build, and I've got a few other things going on too, but anyway, you know, sometimes opportunity knocks. You got to open the door and run, you know. Had a guy call, it's been probably a year ago or a year and a half ago, I had a guy call me about unloading the Bridgeport off of a trailer, and he told me if I'd come by and unload it, that he'd give me a couple pieces of equipment that he was getting from a factory, and I got them pieces of equipment. One of them was the surface grinder, and the other one was a lathe, and I sold the lathe because I didn't need it. Of course, it had a gear bad in it, but still brought decent money. And anyway, he called me a little bit ago, told me that the milling machine that I unloaded, the guy never came picked up. And the plastic had gotten blown off and it had gotten rained on, and so it's probably in pretty rough shape, but he said if I just come get it, I could have it. So we're going to pick it up right now, and you don't want to pass up an opportunity when you get it if it's something that you think you can make a little money on. And I can definitely do something with it, even if I part it out. So anyway, maybe I can get some video of loading it, and we're just going to have to pull it up on the rollback. I had set it on 4x4, so it shouldn't be too bad, but I'll show you more. Well, if if you just need a short little Chevrolet frame,
That's what I'm gonna try.
I got the one out there that was Jordan, my son's been trying to go out of it. Good one. Sort of a regular cat. Probably not all through there, huh? Still ahead of where I want. Yeah, it looks like it'll be heavy as shit. Leveled out, we'll be just fine. Okay folks, you can see there's quite a bit of rust on this thing, but what surprised me is nothing stuck on it. Now, it's had a rough time. That handle's bent, and the power feed is broke. He said they ran into it with a forklift on this side, and of course the head's been leaned down forward too, but that's not a problem. Drawbars in it, and it had DRO, but as you can see, somebody cut every one of the wires, all hanging. Everything's cut for the digital readout. Everything was cut for the drive. I guess there is a switch on it. Don't know if the motor wires, yeah, they just cut it here. Still hooked up. I'm sure it's a 3-phase unit, come out of a factory. Let me see, trying to see how many phases and how much horsepower here. It must be blind as a bat, I can't tell. I think it's a horse and a half, 1.5, but I don't know, it don't say 3-phase. I'm sure it is, but have no doubt. But anyway, it's not a Bridgeport, it is an MSC. I'm not familiar with an MSC. Maybe somebody else is, but I mean, it don't have a lot of play in it. I think it could be cleaned up. It's got a good Bridgeport vise on it. It's going to need cleaned up really well. Not a bad little mill, I guess, for a a little manual, and he did give me the handle for here, and it's not in bad shape. So I guess the only one that'll come off is the one that didn't get hurt. And let me see. Of course, you can see made in China, 1992. Yeah, and I'm really surprised, you know, even the spindle, it's kind of tight, but the spindle's not froze on it. So we'll figure out what we're going to do with it, and don't know. May keep it, may sell it, may do something. I don't know that I need another mill, but it might be nice to have. It's a smaller one. So, all right, appreciate everybody watching, and till next time, bye.